Good morning, it's Jonathan Bart with the morning debrief. It's the 4th of May and the current time is 7:45. Pretty quiet night on the Dow. I think the market's pretty much looking at what happened, obviously the repercussions of what happened obviously in Pakistan. And we're sort of getting a little bit of, it's actually interesting too because we got a little bit of to-in and throw-in, but I think a lot of people would have expected more of a relief rally in the equity markets, but we haven't got that, even though we also got some relatively good data. So it is interesting that when the flag waving exercise, which I thought it would have been, didn't actually come up with the results I think a lot of us actually wanted. We wanted to see the Dow, we wanted to see the Old Glory sort of being flagged, and all of a sudden people get behind the market, get behind this euphorism that Osama, is his demise. But we didn't see that. The Dow was relatively flat, closed, in my mind, down a little bit, and perhaps a little bit disappointing because we are at those very heady heights where we really need to see some support. And because we haven't seen this support, I think the market's perhaps too long. So, we might see a little bit more of a correction further down the track. Remember, we've got unemployment out at the end of this week. That will be a key for me as to whether or not we're moving onwards and upwards. Really want to see some positive data out of there. Otherwise, I think we'll be in a bit of a sell mood for US equities. Okay, let's have just a quick, little bit of a snapshot. Overall, the Dow, as we know, was up 0.15. S&P was down 4. Nasdaq was down 22. FTSE was up 12. The Euro was down 8. The CAC was down 11. The DAX was down 26. Local market was down 29 at 4,755. I guess moving across equity markets under pressure, but we had quite a lot of movement on the energy sector and also the metal markets, the bullion markets. Oil finally started to come under pressure. Traded low, and we're currently at 110 at 79. Remember that 110.70 to us is a bit of a key for it. And so I think if the momentum, in my mind, is for crude to trade lower. We've mentioned that on a lot of the networks, that we're bearish crude. So let's see how it unfolds. To disclose, we are short. So, to disclose an interest. So we're looking, if that 110.70 does break, then I'll be a little bit more comfortable that things are coming the way we see them. Also, bullion came under pressure, but let's just have a look at a few things. First of all, let's look at the currency first. Dollar index, as we always do. 73.28 is where it traded. A bit of a base here for those looking to be long dollars. In fact, we took on a short Aussie. Excuse me. We took on a short Aussie position last night at 109. Bless me, sorry about that. 109.30. So we're looking for that to continue to trade lower. If anything, US dollar looking slightly better bid. Breakthrough 73.40. I think onwards and upwards from there. So quite happy on that front. Having a look now at, the Aussie. As we said, we took that short position down, quite a large move as we know. So 108.32 continues to come under pressure. This is where we took the shorts there, so would not be surprised to see a little bit more of a squeeze. The market is certainly very long Aussie. It's overdue for a correction. Just have a look at that chart. Aussie falls out of bed when it does, so quite happy to be short there. Okay, so that's the Aussie. Just having a quick look at that dollar yen. It's a favourite of ours. Still under pressure. We have no signal yet to buy it, but just monitor it. Having a look at some of the softs now. First of all, we'll have a look at the crude market. Crude 110.79, right on that trend line. That's the key for us now. If we start to break that area, then we'll be a little bit excited about it going lower. Anything can happen in that market, as we know. It's exceptionally volatile. When you do look at the hourly charts, this could just be a low forming for it. We'll just have to really see because it does spend a bit of time ranging. But as I said, I want to see it really break through this 110.70 on a daily close. Looking at gold now, gold 15.36, down quite a bit, but it's an interesting here. It is down a little bit, but nothing too exciting. No big moves and shakers here, so it still could be concluded that it's in a range. Similar to silver, 41.63. I think gold actually came under pressure because of silver. That's certainly under pressure there. Copper, bit of a bounce there, 4.24, still within a range. Let's see some of those more data out of China, but as you know, we've still got a negative feel towards that. Looking at some of the other commodities, a bit of a bounce in the corn market. We are getting some good fundamentals news out of the weather, so we've got those farmers actually doing some planting, and as a result of that, corn is coming under pressure. So corn, wheat and soy are all under pressure due to the favourable planting results we've got in America at the moment. So I think that in itself would be quite interesting to keep an eye on. We're still bullish grains, but we feel there's going to be a little bit of a hiccup. Okay, now looking at the SPY down 29, 4,753. It's been a gradual grind. Nothing too major, but if anything there, might see a little bit of a lift, but at the moment I think momentum remains pretty negative. Obviously with those moving in the energy sector and the precious metal markets, probably expect to see a bias towards the downside. In terms of economic numbers now, coming out, we've got HIH new home sales in Australia. I guess the most important PMI composite in euro and services. Retail sales in euro will be important. In the States, we've got NBA mortgage applications, ADP employment changes. Will be an interesting one because we do have the Fed speech coming up next week. I'm sorry, we do have unemployment coming out on Friday. So let's see how that unfolds, and that will be a pretty important number, I think, for all of us. Okay, that looks pretty much about it from me. Should be quite an interesting day. I hope everyone has a good day. As we know, we've still got those trades on, and they're looking okay. Short oil, short Aussie, and we're short copper, and obviously we've got those grains there which are tucked away. Also natural gas, we're still long, but that's a long-term play. That's about it from me. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll soon talk tomorrow, and bye for now.